Ani, hello, my name is Sarah Loretta Schuster, and the spirit name given to me is Zashkwa Gijigombishkwe, which means Blue Sky Water Woman. I'm Turtle Clan, and I have ties to Lac des Mille Lacs First Nation in northwestern Ontario through my biological mother, grandparents, and great-grandparents. I'm Anishinaabe, a traditional craft artist, and a medicine gardener, and I'm also the founder of Misquedesi Studio right here at Central Library in Richmond Hill. I'm an intergenerational survivor of the 60s scoop, and my own experience growing up as an urban Indigenous adoptee led me to want to create the spaces that were unavailable to me in my hometown. Today we will be talking about sage, also known as Mashkode Wishik in Anishinaabemowin. Sage is a really powerful cleansing medicine. It is used to purify our minds, our bodies, our spirits, our homes, and our bundles. A lot of people say smudging with sage is about cleansing negative energy, but it's a lot more than that. Sage helps ground ourselves and be mindful in that moment. It helps us let go of anything that isn't helping us on our journey. So sage is probably the most well-known smudge medicine that people are familiar with. And many people, when they think of smudging, they think of the white California sage. And this beautiful medicine is the one that I grew up using quite a bit. And it's important to remember that the warmer regions where this white sage grows are often struggling with droughts, wildfires, and overharvesting. I believe that whenever possible, we should be using the medicines that we can grow or are native in our region and that grow in abundance. Here in our gardens, the sage medicine that we grow is sometimes called white sagebrush or prairie sage, but technically it's not a sage, it's a wormwood. And its Latin name is Artemisia libacina, and it's a native plant that has long been used as a sage medicine by the Anishinaabe people and many other nations. And I'm a big advocate for using this medicine in place of the white sage because it grows naturally in this region. Having said that, we had an exceptionally hot, dry summer this year, and a kind supporter of our community grew some beautiful California white sage in her garden, so it's not impossible to grow here. And if you do feel called to use this medicine, this California white sage, it's really important that you purchase from a supplier that uses sustainable harvesting methods, or if you can, grow it yourself. Oh, it smells so nice. Sage sits in the western doorway or the western direction of the medicine wheel, although in other communities you may see it placed differently, and that's okay. The west is the direction that the sun sets. It's the direction of autumn, of the later years in life, and the time of harvest. It's a season where we gather up all we've grown all summer, and we also focus on what we no longer need to hold on to for the winter ahead. It's kind of like we're preparing this journey into the winter and packing our bag. Sage helps us pack our bag only with goodness. This is the direction where the leaves are falling, and many plant and animal beings are preparing themselves for the next season of rest and hibernation. Sage really appropriately sits in this direction because it's a powerful cleansing medicine. When we smudge with sage, it helps purify our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. We can smudge our homes, our sacred bundles, and we can also smudge with sage to prepare for ceremony. When I harvest sage, I only cut new growth before it's gone to flower. I use cotton cloth or a string to tie it to hang dry. And whenever I'm bundling, I make sure to put my prayers and good thoughts into each bundle. And we're gonna do that now with some sage that we just harvested, and I will show you how I do it. To do that, I'm gonna take a few pieces to make a very small bundle, and I will pinch off all the top leaves and save them because these are still really good. I will use this for my personal smudge, and you can put these top leaves in a paper bag to dry. Just give it a shake every couple days to make sure that they have good airflow. And you want to do this carefully. You don't want to strip them off really roughly because it can break the stem. You also want to make sure that you harvest on a dry day, because if you harvest the medicine when it's wet, it'll get moldy when you dry it. Again, just make sure that you carefully remove the top leaves and save them because they'll dry up really good. And then take a cotton string, tie the top, and then unlike with the sweetgrass, you're gonna need to change the string because the sweetgrass will shrink overnight. This won't shrink. Once you tie this, it's gonna stay. So you can tie a really nice knot. And I like to keep flipping it over and tying a knot so that it goes all the way up. And tie, flip again, and tie. And then once you have a good little bundle there, you can tie a loop at the back. And whenever you hang it, or wherever you hang it, you want to hang it in a dry area, somewhere where there's a lot of airflow and it's a little dark. You just want to check on it every couple days to make sure there's no mold, because if there's any mold, you want to get rid of it, put it back in the garden, put it in your compost, because one little bit of mold will spread to the rest of your drying herbs. Sage has taught me so much about resilience and adaptability. It is a drought-resistant plant that can thrive in all kinds of soil. You'll often see it growing in the wild in ditches and areas where no other plants are growing. It teaches me that we can still grow in difficult conditions. I think that sage has really become the first medicine that a lot of non-Indigenous people learn about when it comes to smudging. And it's a beautiful, powerful medicine. I understand why so many people are drawn to it, but it's important to remember that sage is sacred. It has spirit, and we need to be mindful of how we use it, where we source it, and how we harvest it.